Xile definitely has the mental advantage right now. So even if Xile goes down, they'll still have that fighting spirit, but if Mythic goes down, you might see things get bad for them quick.
So yesterday we saw... Oh, we're doing the in... Okay. Alright, the LO3 off without a hitch, and we saw yesterday Mythic did have a great series against Adaptation. You can check that in our VODs, and I believe we're getting that uploaded to YouTube. A great series that went all 3 maps, and Lex actually collecting an ace, so we'll see if he can continue that momentum. Well, try and recover that momentum, I guess I should say, after facing that loss. And starting off round number 1, no real players on Banana for the terrorists, not really asserting themselves in that end of the map. MSQ, she's pushed off all the way to Car, and she's getting a lot of reconnaissance there for her team as the enemies working their way up mid. Slimmy gets the opening pick onto Floki, and the terrorists bust their way out truck side in towards the site, looking to finally answer back with a frag, but it's just going to be Lex on the bench, Mark on the bench, Rush and Automatic both getting kills, Rush collecting some more, and suddenly AGM is down by Slemmy, so a quick and unsuccessful first round for Mythic. Not exactly what they needed, Warden.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody caught that, but that was definitely a missed smoke in alt mid, and I'm not sure it would have made any difference, but I can only imagine that was going to land near truck and pit, and Slimmy was very effective from pit, so that smoke might have cost him a little bit there. He threw it off the rooftop, and it slammed right back down instead of actually landing where he probably wanted it to land, so that was a little bit of a mistake from Mythic.
Our rosters today are for Team Xile, a Rush, Slemmy, Automatic, Mask, and Valence, or MSQ, whichever you prefer. I'm sure she won't hate on you either way. And for Mythic, Marklidon, Abe, Lex, AGM, and Floki. Really, so far on Inferno, I've seen a lot of interesting plays. I mean, to me, it feels like you send one banana, you have a couple in mid, correct me if I'm wrong, and then the default is just to throw a couple more apartment. Does that feel like something that your team does, or other teams at this level?
It's just really depending on how you want to play it. You can play 3 people mid, smoking off halls. You can push up in apartments with a couple, play on spawn side. But generally what you see is some kind of combination of 3 players A and 2 B. That's generally just how it is. But you can get aggressive or passive. Looks like they're wrapping right here.
Yeah, Mythic wrapping all the way to Art into sight from Moto Rush and Automatic. Both getting kills. Floki finally answering back with the first frag for Mythic in round number 2, and he will down Rush. But it won't matter as Xile completes that round, only losing 1 member.
That's kind of the power of the passive play there. If you're going to play passive, you want to make sure you get in angles to where one player starts fighting, you all start fighting. So it's no individual fighting. No chances for them to grab a kill and not have it responded. So that was a good play.
And I believe in sight that was Rush and Automatic, and they were just playing, like you said, a very passive crossfire. I believe one was in sight and there was one in pit, so not really getting caught out of guard and losing one of those weapons. Slemmy is going to open up round number 3 with a rifle frag. There are 2 CTs playing in sight, and your defenders are Valence and Math, as 4 terrorists kind of working their way bottom mid and Banana. Feeling out the map a little bit, there are 3 counter terrorists at bomb site A. Slemmy, Rush, and Automatic. Lex working on a lurk. We saw him doing this the other night, as he is a bit of their... Well, he plays that lurking role for them on this map, and Mark start things off with a great frag there, moving into bomb site B. Valence with the shotgun from First Oranges will also go down to Marklidon, and just like that, B site is taken. And now the CT's playing a rotate game. JR, I hope your voice enable is off because MSQ was not happy about that round on comm. Rush with the Famis will chime in. That's a 3-on-2. It's a retake for the CTs. Marklidon with 2 frags and a Famis to his name. Goes down to Automatic there. Abe gets 1 with the pistol, but he's promptly returned back by Slemmy. And the CTs will take this round. However, Mythic getting that all-important bomb plant, adding a couple extra dollars into their bank accounts going into round number 4.
Yeah, they're actually really lucky to escape with that round because to get 2 entries into the site, I think they only lost 1 player, and get the bomb down. All you really need for the most part is just a solid post-plant position, and just to be able to Xile to come back in that round is actually a huge win for them. So now we're going into the gun round, and we'll see who can take the mental advantage on this map.
And that does game as well, Warden. Marklidon sitting at 2,000 after a bye here. And, I mean, a lot needs to be said, especially for players, less experienced players watching. Getting that bomb down is so important.
Yeah, I mean, getting the bomb down obviously is a big part of the economic game, but also a lot of young players don't really understand when you're in those 5v1s, 4v1s, whatever it is, just not giving your guns to the other team can really help you stack money. I mean, when you've got a rifle, a couple nades, and armor, every time a player dies, you're essentially losing like 5k. So just keeping the numbers up, you know, in rounds that you know you're going to win anyways, but not giving them 2 kills before you win it is a huge part of this game that I think a lot of people underestimate.
There is an opera on this map. Automatic is debuting it for his team and not holding onto a helmet. Not really a big concern when you're playing against AKs in round number 4, but he is looking to open things up for the CTs, trying to extend that Xile lead as there are some smokes here from MSQ and Valence, both playing at bomb site B. There are no more smokes for the CTs, and that may play to the advantage of Mythic as they still have 1, 2, 3 smoke. Don't make that 2. As one goes off here. Another smoke goes down. The third smoke goes down for the Terror, so they set this up perfectly, and they look to take here as Automatic and Rush are squeezed into sight. Elsewhere, Slemmy getting a frag on Lex, but A site is starting to be taken here. Automatic goes down back site. However, Slemmy's still in pit, left unadulterated there, 100 HP, and 2 clips left to its name with the M4. A beautiful Cyrex. And Floki gets one at Moto. That is Valence going down. MSQ is rotating, and Slemmy is still with him. They're closing in a Marklidon, the last remaining terrace here. They move into sight. MSQ and Slemmy will both move in and get the kill. Another defuse for Xile. And right now, it looks like their retake game is near on point. Slemmy coming up with the quad trick that round.
Yeah, that was a really good strat attempt by Mythic. And Floki almost came up with a huge play there, actually getting out of the site, killing a guy arches, and almost winning the fight library. But Xile just had, you know, was able to keep Slemmy up in pit, which was another huge point for them defending that site. And they're just cruising right now.
Mythic is on a shoestring budget right now. Still able to buy this round. There are still 2 players, Lex and AGM, laying eggs. But so is MSQ, as she is at 0 and only 1. 0 and 4 for her terrorist counterparts. Round number 5 underway here. Abe opening things up with an AK frag in mid. The CTs looking to push through a smoke here at B. MSQ playing very ballsy as she will push into the smoke, but think better of it and move back. Lex kind of in conflict here with Automatic at apartment. He'll pick up that kill. That's huge for Lex, breaking his egg here in the 5th round. Rush pushing up towards Boiler. Going to see Lex very shortly. AGM gets MSQ down. She's still struggling so far this game. Lex will find another at Boiler, playing that lurking role as we were talking about earlier. Valence, however, picking up 2 at bomb site B. It might be too little too late here, as he will have to move toward A and take on 3. I'm thinking at this point he'll just save.
Yes, he should save, but this is another like classic round where, you know, we see this play out in a lot of different matches where you go up kind of big, they got a lot of momentum riding from the last 2 maps, and they decided to just get aggressive. And these guys never even gave themselves a chance to win the round, really. They just, you know, one got picked mid, one got picked halls, another B, and like the terrorists didn't even have to move into the bomb sites or earn any position on the map. They just gave it to them. And hopefully next round Xile can kind of learn from their mistake. And you know, timely peaks and things like that are good, but, you know, without flashbangs and just dry peeking things like Slimmy did in mid, it's kind of ill-advised, especially when you don't really need to on a map like Inferno where it's so CT-sided.
What really makes this map CT-sided?
Just the choke points and the fast rotations and the ability for CTs to pot flash over B and scout it out real quick and see what you're doing and stack A. And there's just a lot of different like advantageous positions across the 2 bomb sites. Like, you know, for instance, pit's a very solid staple. It's very hard to get a guy out of pit, especially if you're like wrapping or coming out of halls. It's just not the easiest of positions to take over.
Oh, I'm liking Floki here, getting that boost pick from the flower pot in bottom mid over the smoke. It's a great smoke for the CTs if you want to play aggressive on Banana, pardon me, as another CT will re-smoke that. But Floki reading that well with his teammate on terrorist ramp. AGM boosting him over, getting that frag. That's an early pickup on Slemmy, the top fragger for the CT, sitting at 10 and 2 here. But Automatic Oh, he's going to push right into Boulder and pick up Abe as Automatic continues to have a good game with a few big kills. Not atop the scoreboard, but definitely chiming in when it matters. MSQ, she is left to her lonesome as Valence is slowly going to rotate over towards B. Another smoke. It seems like the CTs have infinity smokes right now, as that will be laid down for a while with 30 seconds left on the clock. No real commitment yet from the Terrace, but it looks like they're setting up with the proper utility here. A smoke going down front site. That's going to force Valence to rotate over through spawn and get in towards B as Mark, the bomb on his back with 3 terrorists surrounding him, look to push into the site. The smoke has cleared, and in come the terrorists as Valence is smoked off at Garden. MSQ playing from backside, goes down right away. Oh, and the 180 from Floki. Oh, pardon me, AGM getting that kill, but Floki starting things off nicely there with a headshot at Nubok, and a great take here from Mythic. Well rehearsed, playing it calm, keeping it cool, and looking to have this lead that Xile has, and it'll be all up to Automatic and Rush, as Automatic pushing from Banana, maybe able to catch Floki. Nope, he will actually go down into T-ramp, and Rush will follow up shortly. Not sure if we'll have any more kills here for the rest of this round, but a great take there from Mythic, and it seemed to just go right for them that round.
Yeah, once again, Slimmy getting aggressive. I'm not really faulting them. They smoked off B, but, everybody knows about that tower boost nowadays, and it's always a threat. So just to be trading, and the Automatic picked up another one, but, when you're on CT side and you've got 2 bomb sites to cover, trading is not exactly what you want to be doing. You want to be up numbers if you're being aggressive. Trying to hold those sites 2v4, as you can tell, doesn't always work out well for you. And, just once again, just aggression is costing them. And I'm not going to say it's what they shouldn't keep doing because it's how they kind of won the first 2 maps. So they're just trying to stay on pace, but Mythic's definitely making them pay for it right now.
2 rifles for the force buying Xile roster. Not sure if that was a miscommunication or this is a set play, but Rush will start things off well for his team as Slemmy actually dummies his teammate in the back of the head with that smoke.
The difference right there, too, though, was there was a pop flash from the CTs, and they both peaked together. So, that was kind of more teamwork aggression instead of just one player trying to make an individual play, and it actually paid off really good.
Do you think that the Terrorists right now know that they're fighting against a force bot team or mostly ecoing team?
Well, they just saw Rush peek mid with the Colt, which he saved. So, no, probably not. They probably don't know they're force bot. They probably think they're just ecoing with the 2 guns they saved. And they kind of are. I don't think they're bot. I think they're just CZ'd up. I don't think they have armor.
MSQ will go down, perhaps showing the first sign that this team is doing a bit of a broken buy. More pistols coming out, and surely that will be communicated to the rest of the Mythic squad as they look to take A. In come the terrorists through mid. Mark Ladon and A both pushing up, looking to ramp site. Here's Slemmy on the CTs rotating through. He will quickly be in contact with some terrorists. Floki's going to push right through the smoke towards truck side, and Lex in apartment is going to jump out and try and find some frags here as he is right by the truck, but playing in the pit garden. His Automatic looking to hold here. Lex picks up 1, rushes on the bench. Floki gets another. Valence will go down. Automatic finally returning back from pit, trying to find as many as he can here, and he's still not dealt with as he picks up 2, a USP headshot. Automatic going huge right now, but Abe answering right back. Automatic with the hat trick in a 1v1 versus Floki. Little does he know, right behind him, he's gonna peek it with this default spot here. Oh my god, Automatic is looking to end it here. Oh, he gets him with his last shot there. Automatic with a 4K and a defuse there. Man, they just left him in pit and didn't deal with him, and boy did it bite them in the ass.
Yeah, it's not that they necessarily left him in pit. They definitely didn't clear it, and I've been victim of this mistake too. They just kind of fell for the fact that the one gun was in pit, and they totally didn't expect the other gun to also be there, but he was, and it paid off big for him. A huge clutch by Automatic, the wherewithal right there to jump up on the post and make sure and get that kill really quick, so he had time to defuse. That was a nice play.
That might just kind of be like how Mythic's night is going. That round kind of summed it up nicely.
Floki had a really nice round there. A lot of people don't have the brain or whatever to make sure and throw that gun away, but he took the gun mid and threw it up on the roof, and he also mollied off pit, forcing Rush to peek. So, he opened up the round for them. Unfortunately, they did not expect that other Colt to be in the pit as well.
The bomb in round number 8 is safely down towards T-spawn. It's 5-2 for Xile. Mythic trying to chip away at a lead here and go into the second half with their maybe not so much work cut out for them. Of course, you want to win as many rounds on any side you're playing, but I'm sure Mythic will be happy with, I would say, 5 or 6 rounds. It's definitely doable, but I wouldn't want to test their luck tonight. They have been getting stomped so far this evening, losing the first Bo3 2-0 to Xile. And in come the terrorists, Lex, RGN, piling in the grenade, and Balance right at the front. They're physically blocking the terrorists there. They double take, they didn't even... Sorry, did I just see that? What the just happened as Mark Ladon gets 1 AK frag and literally Balance crouched and stood there body blocking the incoming terrorists on the other side of the smoke. And something I really like Balance for is his smoke play. And I'm so taken aback by that, I didn't even cast the rest of the round. MSQ walks out and grabs 4. The terrorists aren't even able to get the bomb down. Have you seen anything like that before, Warden?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the time when you're trying to be sneaky around those smokes, you end up just face planting into another player, and those situations are actually kind of fun because either A, you can see them because the smoke's fading a little bit, or B, you just realize, hey, I just stopped moving when I should be moving. And
maybe he lagged out because I noticed him standing still there with a grenade out when the terrorists were like uncomfortably close, and now he's just asking for a pause. See how that develops.
There could be a problem with that.
But either way, it was an MLG play, and that gave MSQ a bunch of kills. But Lex will drop in a pit, and he will take care of Rush right away. Rush getting one with the AK before he goes down. Slemmy getting another. Both teams trading back and forth. An economy round for the terrorists, making it expensive for the CTs at least. Floki, 34 HP, a gun to his name, and a smoke. The terrorists will be able to get the bomb down and get...
It's actually a 2-on-2 since Balance is currently lagged out. He's kind of lagging in and out of the round.
And then he catches an in-air headshot, which is always fun when Floki's spraying at someone else. Nonetheless, Val's on the bench. MSQ looking to put the team on her back right now. Pardon me, going full lats, moving into sight here. Floki getting a pistol headshot. It's a 1v1. MSQ looking for her second. Floki looking for his fourth. And both players meet in sight. Floki not making any mistakes there, giving Mythic their third round. And MSQ not able to complete there. 6-3 Xile having it, and we do have a pause now.
Yeah, it looks like Valence is either lagging out or getting packeted or a combination of two, but that was a huge clutch by Floki. Even with Valence out of that round, they had a good chance to win it, and Floki just kind of took it away from him, so that was well played on his part.
So a much needed win for Mythic. And since we have a few minutes here, I want to talk about our giveaway we're doing here on the stream. You can see the graphic at the top. We're closing in on, I believe it's J-Rock, correct me if I'm wrong, 200 subscribers. Ooh, okay. Oh, hashtag growth, bro. All right. Ward, do you have any plugs you'd like to give out?
Just shout out to Elevate, the organization. They've backed my team for a couple of seasons now. We are formerly Exertus, and we merged with Elevate, and all the staff over there and sponsors are really great and have been good to us. And we're just looking forward to competing at EOCA and that MLG event.
Yeah, MLG is going to be sick, and I will most likely... You know what? I'll see you there, dude. That's my promise to you. I'll be going there in one way or another.
Sounds like fun. I'm just excited that I'll be able to play a couple tournaments. It's been, I think, a season or two now since my team have been able to compete on LAN. Last one we went to was the Iron Gaming in Austin.
I remember that one. Iron Gaming. Haven't actually heard much from those guys lately.
Yeah, I don't know. They might run like one tournament a year at Rooster Teeth or something.
Well, nonetheless, LAN is a great excuse to meet new people, hang out with old teammates, and drink. CS players, of course, being notorious for being drama queens on LAN. So hopefully, not much of that. Drinking is the great healer. So,
no, it's always a good time to go and see some of your old and new friends, and just being able to play in a tournament. It's always a good rush. We currently have Mark Ladon making some disturbing sounds in game.
But that might have been the funniest thing I've heard all day. Yeah, Mark just making dinosaur sounds on mics, but no one can hear that, so rip chat. Still waiting on Valence. I'm RickyWrath, your host tonight, casting with Matt Ward Dickens. Oh, Matt, hit us with an anecdote right now, dude. I'm putting you on the spot.
Shout out to Petrie, my puppy. But what kind of anecdote are you looking for?
CPL story, go.
Okay. Some of the fondest CPL memories I remember is it's after day one, win or lose. K Sharp of Team 3D would just go get like literally blackout hammered and just sit in the BYOC playing people aim map for like $20 a game and just talking massive shit. And anybody that knows Kyle knows he's kind of reserved until he gets hammered. And then he just, I don't know, just seeing that personality kind of come out was a good time.
He's just belligerent.
He's more annoying than belligerent. Like, he's not looking to fist fight you. He's just looking to piss you off.
Okay, he gets trolly on that.
Very trolly. But another anecdote is David Funk just sitting in the BYOCs all night playing on 15 different mice, 12 different mouse pads, trying to find his perfect setting for the matches the next day. Just absolutely ridiculous. I don't know, just tons of stories, tons of memories. I've been playing this game for a long time, so there's a lot to talk about.
I heard Angel Munoz had like a sick house, but he didn't like pay any winnings. Is that
sick
true?
House?
Yeah, I heard someone was like making this big long thread about how he has like this sick house. How he's like
Angel Munoz is wealthy, but I don't think like, you know, I don't know the full story. There was rumors that, you know, he was pocketing some of the money, which, you know, he's the fucking CEO and he started the league, so if he wants to pocket some of the money, that's his decision. But, you know, they always paid out. You know, when they set a prize pool, they paid the prize pool out. So I never didn't get my money from CPL, so I don't really know about all the rumors and such. You know, I heard some stories about him that, you know, he was kind of a shady guy, but I never experienced any of that.
Well, CPL was a fun time to be a fan of Counter-Strike, and that's actually when I started wanting to cast. It was Dunn that got me into it, and it was he's actually had the pleasure. I've had the pleasure of working with him here at RGN, and always a great dude. But there's so many fond memories of, you know, back in the glory days, and hopefully it's kind of a strange, Warden, because Counter-Strike was the biggest game back then for esports, I would say, but it wasn't as big as it is now. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know, the esports landscape has really changed as far as, like, you know, the MOBAs like League of Legends and Dota have a lot of events. League of Legends, you know, I'm not a huge fan of the game, but you can't deny the numbers. That game is just ridiculously taking off. Like, it's leaving all games in the dust by a long shot. And it's good for esports in general when, you know, an esports event is selling out Staples Center. That's just positive. And Counter-Strike, you know, is nowhere near that, but we're taking off as well. And we're having several large money events a year. And you can only hope that, you know, an FPS game ever rises to that level. But, you know, the game's way bigger than when I played. There's a lot more players involved. There's a lot more organizations involved. There's a lot more companies involved. And there's just a ton more big money tournaments. So, you know, I'm liking the direction it's going. Even though I'm past my heyday or whatnot, I'm still happy to see the game develop into what it is.
Well, I thought Counter-Strike was past its heyday, and look at it now. So there's always hope, man. There's always hope.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a great game to play. It's just the teamwork, the 5-on-5. Once you plant, you have to defuse. Just holding bomb sites, the strategy part, people having roles in game. It's just a great game to play. It's a great hobby to have, to play on a team, you know, in all levels, in all leagues. So it's just a fun game.
Oh, I think we're gonna run ads here for a sec. J-Raw, you want to hit us with a little bit of music? All right, cool. I'm gonna get some more drink.
Sounds good.
All right. What? Oh, I'm here. No. Okay, it's going fine. I hope we're not in the middle of an ad. Anyways, if you have ad block, you're probably a lucky bastard. Anyways, yo, turn off. Everyone needs to turn off their ad block. Yeah, sorry, Warden. I'm just ready to continue.
It's just a huge round financially for both teams. The winner of this round is probably going to get at least 2 or 3 more. So we'll see how this plays out. Valens and them made kind of a half-ass buy, so we'll see how it goes.
Mythic did win the last round, and they won rounds 5 and 6, one with a bomb plant. So they are doing okay for money. Floki at 5,300, unlike the rest of his teammates at half of that at best. As to Xile's $0, $0, $0, $50, $100. And we'll quickly take a look at the scoreboard for a couple seconds here.
Yeah, even though Xile won that last round, you can just see the economic damage they've done on these ecos. Just bringing any kind of eco down to a 1v1 is just massive, win or lose. So this is a big round for sure.
AGM and Floki both trying to assert themselves on Banana here as the smoke will fade away. Valen's playing that spot, the front of the smoke. I guess maybe he's relying on the fact that you can come out of a smoke and still not see anything. Valen's is going to push right through with a pop flash from his teammate. He's going to pick up one with the CZ. Will he escape with a gun? No, he won't, but he does have a kill to his name, as there are 4 remaining terrorists on Banana here, throwing everything under the kitchen sink, over the roof, into bomb site. BMSQ answering right back with the fam as Floki finally taking her out, but it could be too much damage done here as all the CTs rotate and close in on the rest of the terrorists in sight. It's all down to Floki now, and Automatic picks up another. That's a doubler on the round for him, and that really fell apart there as Mythic looked to be derailed even before they entered sight.
Yeah, the problem with running through smokes is, yeah, they flashed over, so anybody playing at like a mid-range level might have got blind, but she was actually directly behind the smoke almost. And if your flashes go past her, you're walking dead, man. Trying to come through that smoke, you come about 5 feet out of that thing before you can actually see, and they just see you way early. So, good hold by her, and these guys need to reconsider how they're just walking through smokes on them.
Well, up they run. Banana. Valence only gets one with the M4. Lex gets one right back. MSQ with the grenade answers, and a second frag with the AK, but Floki answers with the Tech 9. That's 10 HP for Mark Lidon. Floki with 17 and a gun to his name, looking to get the bomb down as CT pushing in from every which way here upon Floki, and he is taken out. They do get the plant and 2 kills. Perhaps it's enough to buy them some good fortune going into the next round. They will have enough money. And that is your round 11 in the bag. Xile clinching the half and looking to build on any sort of, at this rate, it looks like it's going to be, I don't know, 10-5.
Yeah, or more. Definitely above average eco there, clearing the site and getting the bomb down. You can't really ask for much more than that. But it could be more. This is definitely a CT-sided map. They've got the momentum. They're starting to stack a little bit of money. And I think Mythic's going to struggle here to pick up even 5 rounds.
And 5 rounds would be asking too much the way they've been playing so far. Not hitting a lot of their shots. Unfortunate for Mythic. We saw them play such a great series just the other day here on RGN. Abe will start things off, but quickly trading is Rush. So Automatic and Abe both on the bench for their team. Lex is coming right out. Boiler with the lurk. It's not going to work as Rush takes him down with the AK headshot. That's 2 on the round for Rush. He's having a great showing so far. This half.
I always joke with Rush, because he plays in these random tournaments with his friends and things, and I tell him, if he could just play like that for us, we'd never lose. And he laughs or whatever, but I think the competition we play most of the time is a little stiffer.
Right you are. Mythic, the upper bracket seeding right now is not looking like it. Xile is up 6 rounds in the first half. Mythic just probably going to be reaching deep here. $6,200 for Floki. Mark Lidon at $2,900, the richest and poorest members of Team Mythic. And they will look, it's going to be a save again.
Yep. And like I said, I think they're really going to struggle to get 5 rounds here. If they can even escape with 4, that might be their best case scenario.
Bomb thrown down at the bottom of Banana, and the terrorist looking to move right up mid. I'm sure the call comes out that it is an eco. Balance will be jiggle peeking from B. Rush gets another with the AK. Padding his stats right now with a hat trick. Looking for more is Rush, but he is low at 7 HP. Slemmy gets one more, and Floki goes down to the AWP of Automatic in mid. An uneventful eco round for Mythic, and not exactly exciting to watch, but there you have it. You just have to get those out of the way so you can buy like Mythic is doing now.
Yeah, you kind of get the feeling right now that Xile is starting to feel that they just outskill the other team, and that they're just going to impose their will on them. and they feel there's not a whole lot these guys can do about it because they're not doing anything special. They're just beating them on the aim battles for the most part on most of these rounds.
Yeah, and overall, like, you can't underestimate that roster, especially, like you said, Rush playing around like that. I'll continue that thought in a minute here. Slemmy gets one from mid, boosted up on the patio there, or overhang at left side mid, looking for a couple more. Rush and Slemmy both firing away on RGN. He goes down. Floki now, Floki has been the LMS a lot of these rounds now, but really, that round was... it's almost hard to cast this because there's no real excitement. It looks like Mythic, just nothing sticking to the wall for them.
It's just kind of unfortunate for Mythic right there. They had plans to go spawn side, and Xile just had the exact counter, but that guy boosted on the roof, able to see over the smoke. So I've been on the other end of that. The guy trying to go spawn side, just getting destroyed over the top of that smoke. It's a really bad angle for you as a terrorist, and that's just kind of unlucky. That was the setup they chose to do that round.
Automatic with the op, playing from sandbag. He finds one after falling back. Markledon is down. Oh, Automatic, we can see him with the X-ray trace aiming perfectly through the smoke, but obviously he cannot see that. Valence is going to smoke off front sight here and find a frag. AGM and Markledon both benched for Mythic, who are playing short-handed by one member now, and MSQ is dead for the counter-terrorist. However, Mythic kind of trapped on banana here with CTs closing in every which way. The terrorists trying to break themselves out right now with a flash, but from ult, Slemmy goes down. Floki with 2 great shots, and he continues to dominate on the scoreboard for his team. Actually tied for top frag overall in the entire game. He's sitting at 17 and 12. The next nearest teammate in frags is Abe at 7. He just added another one to his tally. Valence going down. The bomb will be planted. Lex and Abe at a combined 40 HP make that Lex going down and Abe at 28 with a pair of kills to his name and a 1v1 with Automatic. Both players looking for a hat trick. Abe comes out spraying. Does get Automatic. Automatic almost getting a second chance there, but Abe able to close it out, and there is your first half, 11-4.
Yeah, this is going to be a hard half for Mythic right here. They definitely need Pistol to be able to pull this off. With the Xile, they're going to be puggish, but at the same time fairly organized, because Slimmy's just going to be calling pug strats from what I understand, and it's gonna be a rough time if they don't get Pistol. This game could end up quick, really fast, and if that happens, I think Mythic is just mentally out of this, man. I don't see them being able to come back 2 maps after losing 3 straight.
Xile, like you said, some people just born to pug, right?
Well, they're just not a true team with Rush standing in, and Valence plays for Hades' team. Yeah. And Automatic, I think, even plays for another team. I'm not 100% sure.
Well, yeah, they are a total collection, but they so far in this tournament they've looked pretty good as far as a pug would go. Some level of coordination, and something I like about the play of Valence is something I've always said about Valence is he has really creative smoke plays. As we saw earlier, him just playing the body block outside of the radius of the smoke. And I think something that is maybe abused by him there is the fact that when you're somebody running through a smoke, your screen clears up a lot slower than when you're actually outside the smoke. Like you know what I mean?
Absolutely. Everybody that plays this game at a decent level understands that, and I think they need to fix it, but that's just me complaining. I think you should come through a smoke and see each other relatively at the same time, because right now, if you're behind the smoke, you see them way, way earlier. So,
a 5 banana strat for Xile. No smokes down yet. Nope, here they come now. Floki and Mark. Smokes everywhere right now. And the terrorists looking to bust right through front site B. The bomb is getting planted at Grill in a wall of smoke. Valence playing from Grill now. Slemmy goes down. Mark with 2. Mark with 3. Oh dear lord. The hat trick for Markledon. Floki getting another. This is exactly what Mythic needed when they needed it most. Floki tapping the bomb. They're all still peeking Valence here. No kid. Oh! Valence does get one through the smoke, but Floki will take him down as Floki continues to have a good game. That will round him up to 20, the first member to a 20 bomb this game, but you cannot count out the play of Markledon holding from sight there at Oranges.
Yeah, that was a big round by him. He definitely won them that round, and here we go. I mean, this is a CT-sided map. As long as they don't get ecoed and win their gun rounds, they could definitely bring it back.
Wow, look at that scoreboard for a second for us, J-Raw. That's 20 frags for Floki, and no one else on his team is even in the double digits. So he is playing full lats, as I was saying before. And his team kind of resting their hopes on his shoulders as they look to hold off another terrorist rush up and out of here. Markledon, oh, is almost playing alone. Floki trying to play that fast rotating role. He's going to quickly rotate over to B. Lex is going to play for Marsh, so he will be quickly over there as well as the terrorists darken the doorway at B. Look to come in here and find some frags, but not if Mark has anything to do with it. He opens up with 1 Famines. Floki gets 2 Famines frags, and Mark and Floki will get all of the kills that round, splitting it 3-2. And that's, I believe, a second hat-trick in a row for Mark.
Will Xile buy here? That's the question. And they
They
do
did
go ahead
get
and
the
snap
bomb
it
off.
off. Yeah, they're definitely going to buy, but they're going to have a couple Galils at least, with a couple people coming in at 3,500. So this is a big point in this match. You know, losing here is definitely going to force them into eco, give Mythic a little bit more momentum, and could just lead to that big comeback.
So 2 Galils, like Warden saying, drop in knowledge. Matt Warden Dickens joining me tonight. And that is 5 helmets for the CTs. Or the terrorists, excuse me. Automatic at the beginning of the round dropped to 15 points of health already. A smoke covers the middle of mid as the terrorists pile out. Lex playing from Cubby, kind of keeping the CTs on edge here. He hasn't peeked yet. There he peeks. He gets 1. Abe gets another from the other side, but Automatic trades right back, and the terrorists look to wrap sight as AGM sprays through the smoke and gets 1. AGM gets another with the Famous, going big right. I believe, pardon me, was that from Moto? So that wasn't through the smoke. My auto director is kind of messing up right now. But Valence, the last terrorist now, they think that he might have ninja'd B, but they have enough members right now to just kind of spread out the map so they don't miss some sort of ninja play where they have to retake. Pardon me as I choke on something on my throat here, Matt.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, that was just a really good pot flash spawn side to 2 CTs peaked, 1 from Arches, 1 from Small Pit, to be able to clear that out. And that's a really hard and annoying thing to deal with as you're wrapping. So many teams know that good pot flash, and you can't turn from it. All you can do is kind of anticipate it. And a lot of the time what my team likes to do is we get to that corner and we kind of make it look like we're advancing, so we get them to throw that pop flash and we just wait for it to pop, and then we end up peeking on them. And that's kind of effective, but even then it's just such a narrow angle that you got to hit your shot or you're in some trouble.
All right.
You okay, buddy?
Yeah, I just had to get some water in me there. But Abe will start things off on an eco round for Xile. Mythic suddenly are within 4. We are near back to square 1 from the first round of this half, as Mythic looking to close that gap. Abe, oh my god, from under the overhang, gets 3. Oh, he gets 4. That's 5. That's an ace. Abe going big right now. It's always exciting to see, albeit on an ecoing team, but that sure will boost the morale for any player, as Abe is now at 14 frags, and just as I was saying before that none of the teammates of Floki are in the double digits, 2 of them are now, and that is Markledon and Abe.
Yeah, as much as that can boost your morale, it can also give you a form of bloodlust. And let's hope Abe doesn't go out and start getting a little overly confident. So, but yeah, that's huge to not lose any guns there.
An interesting point there from Warden, the bloodlust factor, as I'm sure we are all at one time or another guilty of that. Round number 20 is off to a relatively uneventful start. Markledon picking up 1 on Banana, a $120 left on the clock. And Mythic looking good right now, Warden. They look like they want to win now.
Looks like Xile just doesn't have an answer right now. They don't have anything that's leading to any productivity. Like, they're not getting up mid. When they're going B, they're getting shut down. They don't have an answer for either bomb site right now. They haven't had any even close rounds as far as gun rounds. So it's looking good right now for Mythic to actually complete the comeback.
So we have started using the C word now. And no, not that one. We're talking about a comeback here. Mythic within 3 now. Almost at that insurance round. Xile, like you said, not really having an answer. They're stuffed up in Banana right now. There are 2 CTs already ready to defend. Lex and Markledon playing They crossfire from site. Lex smoked off. Marklet on playing from first orange just goes down. That's a big pickup for Automatic as he's been playing lights out, defending at B. Lex will rotate around a garden. Rush is going to go jump into Emo. And it's a 4-man retake for the Mythic roster as Slemmy gets one more at Banana. Oh, the terrorists are so low right now, trying to hold on to this site. And Mythic still almost 100 HP on everyone, looking to retake, boosted up on the spools is AGM, looking to find a frag at Emo, he gets Rush, he goes down, Slemmy trades back, it's a 2-on-2, as Xile looks to hold on to what they can in this game. Oh, but AGM gets Slemmy, and there, oh, does he have enough time on the defuse?
Absolutely.
Yes, he does. Lex gets the defuse, and Mythic continues to come back.
Yeah, that was, even though Mark only got one frag and died, he actually won them the round by, staying cool, calm, and collected in Banana. When they actually pop flashed him perfectly, he was full white, but just not panicking under that situation. He knew his pathing back. He was able to actually get out of B without getting killed, because I guarantee you, if they got that kill on him right there, they were going to plow into B and it was going to be uncontested. So Mark doing a really good job there to be able to play behind the smoke and still get away.
There are 2 terrorists right now fishing for that coveted 20 bomb for Team Xile. That's Rush and Automatic. I'm not quite sure that's exactly at the top or the foremost of their thoughts right now, as they are looking to battle against some huge momentum. They've lost every round this half so far. That's round 16 to 20, all in favor of Mythic. Xile had a pretty big lead going into the second half, and it's sort of dwindling now. Just having 2 rounds separating the teams. Valen's holding on to a Galil. The rest of his teammates in AK. Abe playing boosted up on left side mid again. He's going to throw a Molotov here. Valen's playing from Boiler. Maybe they saw the angle of that Molotov. Maybe they know he's boosted up. However, they have been punished before by it. We'll see here as the terrorists look to coil and spring on bomb site A. There are 3 defenders for the CT. Lex, Abe, and AGM. Floki rotating through Arch right now. Lex opening up with one, damaging another heavily. And out of Arch comes Floki. Gets a headshot on Mask. And it's a hard retake now for the terrorists as they're left a little disoriented, running truck side. AGM still in pit. Valen's looking to fight from default spot, and he gets taken down. That's a 5-for-0 Warden. Impressive.
Yeah, and as you can tell, as I was talking about the CT side being the favorite earlier, just so many angles to cover coming up lane. Those pop flashes spawn side are just relentless. Like, those 2 guys that went spawn side didn't even have a chance. They were both just completely blinded. And it's just a very hard game to play without a very well-structured smoke strat, or just the other team getting too aggressive and giving you picks. There's a way to play CT side that makes it very, very hard for the Ts.
10 to 11. Mythic, the dream, keeping it alive. You see at the top of your scoreboard, just underneath the score, the equipment value heavily in favor of Mythic. That's kind of been a storyline this half, is Mythic just controlling the economy, controlling the map, controlling the frags, as the terrorists looking to brute force their way up Banana. Rush gets Floki with the pistol. Abe quickly rotates. Rush takes him down with the gun he picks up. That's big for him. Slemmy at 6 HP. Rush at 55 as they hit bomb site B. But inside is Lex with 2 M4 headshots right away. And we're all tied up here in round 22. Map number 1 of the second best of 3 series. And Warden, oh, Mythic, they're looking like an entirely rejuvenated team.
Yeah, it's just that momentum factor. You know, they're starting to believe, they're starting to feel like they have this, and they're playing like it. Right there, I would have really liked to see the 2 T guys at least fall back and at least leave some doubt that they weren't going B, just so that the CTs had to cover appropriately, giving them at least a 2v1 somewhere. But instead, they decided to charge into the site, and Lex made easy work of them.
Oh, right at Banana, we're going to see some conflict right off the bat. 1 minute and 30 into the round. Rush picks up 2 already. Mythic playing short-handed, and just as the Cinderella story starts, it may be coming to an end here, as Xile is on the brink of winning their first round here. They've captured the bomb site. They are in their post-plant positions nearly. Smokes go down at one at garden, one at front side, a re-smoke at front side. Looking good for Xile right now, but Lex gets Slemmy. Valence trades back to make that a 4-on-2. It's a big task right now for Lex and AGM to try and take this round back from Mythic. Lady Lux does not smile upon them this round as Lex goes down, and it's all up to AGM in garden, and Rush will dispatch him from first oranges, and there you have it. Xile finally winning a round. You have to be careful, Warden, when you win one like that and then lose immediately after.
Yeah, they still have a lot of work to do. If you can look at the CT side, they've got some money still. So that's a start, but because they've lost so many in a row, they've still got plenty of work to do. And like you pointed out already, if they were to lose this round, it would just be a disaster because that money would reset and that bonus would become the minimum again, and they would be fighting a huge uphill battle at that point.
I haven't really seen much opping going on. This hasn't really been a big op battle as we see between some teams.
Just look though, look what's happening. They're just pushing and just giving it away. This is what I was talking about, where the push can be very effective, but at the same time, they pushed Banana last round and Rush got 2 of them. And they try the same antics now in A, and it's costing them big time.
Right you are, Warden, as Lex will finally find one and answer back. Floki getting another, and perhaps it's the T's being caught off guard now, as all of the sudden we're equalized at 3 apiece right now. The Terra is still holding the advantage, getting to choose what site to go to, but another pickoff for Floki, and just when Mythic looked like they were showing signs of weakness, they answer right back and look to tie things up yet again as we enter the latter half of round number 24.
Yeah,
slowly winding to close.
This mid round has just gotten crazy. Automatic ended up in pit there. We've got a guy pushed A halls and a guy playing library with them coming at mid. So this round could get very interesting depending on who hits the shots here.
Floki holding from library will be facing off against 2 terrorists here. They are slowly making their way towards library. Ooh, mollying off the library right away. Good stuff there. Good read from Xile. But Floki getting a little bit of a delay reaction to the terrorist, not really hearing where that silenced weapon coming from. Lex gets one from apartment. MSQ looking to plant back sight before she tries to fight off the onslaught of CTs, but Lex, aim is true. A hat trick for the army man as he completes this round with his 14th kill of the game, and Floki 3 away from that 30 bomb. Warden, Mythic tying it again.
Yeah, I don't really agree with how they played that mid-round. The CTs obviously had very little clue where they were going, and to just throw a molly into library, it's just like waving a flag saying, hey, at least one guy's over here. And I would have liked to really see them just like creep into spawn or do something a little more tricky instead of just giving their positions away. But Mythic shut their money down, and this is going to be the big round right here. They have 4 Galils. 3 Galils. 2 Galils, sorry. But I guarantee you those AKs probably don't have head armor.
So the boost again for Abe, playing on left side mid. And like you said about the head armor, to be careful for that. I like the 4 diffusers for Mythic. I always seem to have nightmares about diffusing situations gone awry, as we have seen that the last few days. That heartbreak moment when you realize you don't have enough time to defuse the bomb. I like this AGM playing from truck at an unorthodox angle here as Rush opens up in mid, getting one, Valence getting another. Abe not able to convert on any from left side mid. Valence picks up a second as he will move towards that 15 kills. He's 2 away from that, and there are 2 CTs left, so he has the bomb timer's length to hunt out these last 2 CTs, and he will do so with the help of MSQ. 13-12. Mythic just can't seem to pull ahead of Xile right now.
Yeah, but Mythic still has that money. They still have the money, and this is looking like it could be one of their last full buys. So, once again, another huge round coming into play here. That was a really good A-take by Xile. Whoever wins this round, I'm going to predict will win the match.
There you have it. Warden himself telling us the winner of this round will win the match. Round number 26, a minute 30 left. Still early. Are we here? Looking at Banana right now. 2 CTs holding from aggressive positions here. Mark and Floki both getting a couple kills here. Slemmy, chipping away at Mark as he jumps back into sight. Not able to down him. And that will force a minor rotation from Lex here. A bit of a feint from the terrorists, as they kind of concealed their position on Banana long enough for them to be able to fall off and still have Lex rotate. They are smoked off in mid, perhaps waiting for it, are they, as they move up and look to wrap sight, it looks like here, as Lex, realizing the error of his ways, is going to rotate back. MSQ and Valence already past the arch. Getting flashed out by himself is AGM. He picks up one. Slemmy also going down to, actually Lex on the rotate, picks up two right away to win that round. And Mythic answering back every single time Xile tries to pull away. This is really both of these teams struggling right now. But like you said, Warden, look at the money situation for the CTs. Right now, they can afford it, and the terrorists a little bit strapped for cash, a couple members under the $100 mark.
It actually looks like they're going to get us a pretty good buy on the T side too, but once again, that pop flash spawn side just crushing, stopping the rush in its track, getting a free kill, and they just don't have any answers for stuff like that right now. They're not smoking off that library or doing anything. They're just kind of trying to walk up on it.
And right now, Xile at bottom banana, trying to set up some nades here. Valence and his teammates looking to work a strat as the smokes come out. But the front site, or the B entrance to site, has smoked off such a easy smoke to throw and so effective on this map. As this re-smoke, Loki throwing a grenade out, doing a little bit of damage. Oh, another grenade, eating up the health of the terrorists as they move into sight. Floki gets two, Mark gets two. Valence looking to fight against Mark. He gets him down, but it's too much as he's on a 1v3 with half HP. As he moves through the smoke in front sight, he's going to try and drop Lexus, gets into construction. Oh, Valence picks up two. It's a 1v1 somehow, and Valence has the bomb and the entire map under his control right now. Abe is just going to have to guess, and it looks like he's not going to guess right. Valence, I love this.
That's such a good play. So smart.
Valence going cerebral right now.
Yeah, it's a really smart play. Abe's going to figure this out fairly quick, but that's going to give Valence all the time in the world to figure out a post-plant position.
Valence will plant the bomb here on the X and walk towards Banana. Not quite sure where Abe is. Abe realizing where the bomb is planted, moving into sight. It's going to give away his position with some footsteps and flashbangs here. Valence, a knife out. There's the gun as he walks towards the site, and Abe still not realizing where Valence is. Valence, oh my god, can he do it? No, he can't! Oh my god, he peeked a little too early. Not hearing that defuse sound, perhaps. And Abe gets the frag and the defuse. A heartbreak for Valence there as he almost won that round single-handedly for Xile. And Mythic gets their first lead in what seems like forever.
Yeah, you know, you hate to see Valence lose a round like that because he played it so well. And I don't necessarily even disagree with the peak, because you might think that the guy puts you on back calls and he mollied off front side, and he might stick it off that. So you can't really blame him for trying to clear the bomb. Didn't work out for him, but well played.
A pistol round now for Xile, as you know, if any indication from the last rounds kind of project themselves onto this one, they will win this eco, as they have been trading rounds back and forth. Winning rounds 23 and 25 are Xile. They're going to throw a bunch of grenades right up mid and look to try and kill Lex, who falls back to Moto and throws a molly down that no-go zone. It's going to pay off well, but they are going to recover a gun, the terrorists, as they push right through spawn, weapon in hand of Slemmy. And it's a 4v3, AGM, Lex, and Abe all remaining. I stand corrected. AGM goes down. MSQ picks up a frag with the CZ. It's a 3-on-3. That was an equalization kill. 66 HP on Slemmy, 76 on Valence, 25 on MSQ. No armor for two of those three terrorists alive. MSQ is going to look to get a pick from a library across to mid. The position's a little backwards right now for both teams, as the terrorists have control of CT spawn.
Yeah, I kind of would like to see Mark be in the site, but he's going to go ahead and play this position, and it could work out well for him, but at the same time, if he doesn't hit some shots, they're going to have control of the site, and that might be an issue. All right, he's changing his position a little bit. I kind of like this.
So, playing inside is Marklet on right up by Grill. He's going to take down one as the terrorists still haven't planted the bomb. Abe gets another, and Mark gets the third. And Mythic onto map point. What a huge comeback And this is exactly like the other night when they were playing Adaptation. They had so many maps like that. Best of 3 series actually was just 3 comebacks in a row for either team. So Mythic, and not totally in unfamiliar territory right now. And this could be a big run for them as they look to win this first map.
And right now, that first best of 3, if they win this map, completely out the window, means absolutely nothing. Mythic has regained the mental advantage in this.